Welcome back to my channel, Relationship Sessions with Sissy. Today we have two special guests, Mr. and Mrs. LaJarvin Barnett.
Hi.
It will kind of shed some light on their story and kind of discuss how they overcame some obstacles and how they were able to press on together. So again, thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate it. It's an honor to have you guys on the channel.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so first question, and these are the first few questions are pretty much standard just to get a feel of your relationship, whatever. So, how
Okay.
did you guys meet?
We met at one of my cousin's birthday cookout.
Really? Who girl? Who girl?
It's my cousin, Ebony and Albany Fleming.
Wow. So how did that go? When you told me, I was like, what? I don't even remember my 18th or 21st birthday.
I just remember being April the 5th.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So who approached you? Oh, it was like a mutual.
So what?
It was like a mutual thing or something.
We got introduced.
We got introduced.
Okay. All right. So, what was the one thing that locked you guys in? I mean, the one thing that said, "Hey, I want her to be my woman or my wife. I want him to be my husband." What was that one thing that you knew right away? This is it.
I would say our friendship. We were friends first.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like we became we had the same things in common. We became like best friends first. When you think so?
I agree.
Yeah.
Good. Now, how big of a role does Christ or your faith play in your relationship?
I feel like that's what got us this far because we don't have a lot of, things that go on in our relationship. And I think prayer and our faith got us this far.
Yeah, it did. I mean, without God in our corner, we couldn't have got this far.
Oh, wow.
So it played a major role.
Yeah.
Major role.
Okay. Very good. So what is the one thing that you admire most about your partner?
I would say his loyalty and how he stood by me.
Mm.
We have been through a lot, and it has been times, especially when I had got sick, I tried to push him away because I didn't know how to deal with it. So I thought it was too much for him. But I mean, he stood by me 10 toes down.
Yeah.
So I mean, that showed me something different. That was even before we got married. And
Wow.
when he proposed to me, I was at my sickest. I was really shocked. I was like at my weakest. And he still asked me to be his wife. So that showed me something different.
Yeah, absolutely. What would you say, LaJarvin?
I would say, she's right. I stood by her through everything she's been through. And it wasn't easy, I mean, we haven't had the perfect relationship, we've had some ups and downs, I haven't been the perfect boyfriend. She hasn't been the perfect, I haven't been the perfect husband. She hasn't been the perfect wife,
Right.
We go through things, but we find a way to get through it.
Right. So how did you know, like, what made you say this is the one, this is what's the one thing that you just admire about her? Like,
it was her drive and,
yeah, okay.
You had a lot of drive in her and a lot of ambition, and I could tell like she wanted to do something with her life and try to, try to do great things. And I just wanted to be a part of it.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Okay. All right. So I hear a lot of people say that things are different when you're married, right? Do you feel this was the case with you guys? If so, what changed the most when you guys got married?
To me, I don't think nothing changed because, I mean, how I see it, we was already, I ain't gonna say playing the role, but like even with my sickness, he was like doing stuff, as a husband anyway. So I wouldn't say much changed.
I wouldn't say so either, just a piece of paper, really.
Yeah. We was already, I feel like, connected and bonded together.
Gotcha.
Not too much change, other than a very expensive wedding.
Okay. All right. Now, Shalina, you were speaking on your diagnosis. Can you tell us a bit about your diagnosis and how that impacted your relationship?
Okay. My kidneys failed. When I was playing softball, I used to have these headaches a lot. But they was treating me for migraine. And so I would go back and forth to the doctor just for a checkup. But it was his, we was going out of town for his birthday. So I was like, I got a doctor's appointment before I was going by myself. But when I got there, the doctor told me my kidney was gone. And they told me, like, if I didn't get a kidney within a year, I would die.
Oh,
so
wow.
I got this information, maybe a month before the wedding. Yeah, so so about a month before the wedding, my kidneys failed. I became a wife, a stepmother, and a dialysis patient, and a founder of a magazine, all in a month of time.
Wow.
So that was a lot. I didn't even know I was still getting married because my mind was somewhere else. I didn't even plan my wedding at all. When I got to the wedding, I was surprised. I didn't pick out my dress.
Really?
My mother, my godmother, Marlene Willis, not Christy Deek, Karika and Van did everything.
Wow.
So it was like a shock when I got there. I mean, they planned it all. So it was a lot. Even before rehearsal, I had just got off dialysis, came straight to rehearsal. So it was a lot.
Wow.
So, yeah. And then I was planning my first kidney walk at the same time. So it was a lot, but he stood by me through it all. He really truly did. I have a strong support system. I really truly do. I would never get through it without them.
That's what I was just about to say. You seem like you have a really strong support system.
My family and my husband has really stood by me. I wouldn't make it without, especially my pastor, Pastor K, and her husband. Yeah, they my backbones.
That's all right. That's all right. Because you have like the most inspirational story ever, honey.
I can't wait till this book come out.
Girl. Okay. We'll get to that. All right, now with the surgeries and being hospitalized, how has having your husband by your side made this process a little easier?
Ooh, it's been a lot of surgery.
Yeah, there's been so much stuff going on. I can't keep counting,
Yeah.
I don't try to.
But I never would have made it through without him. He never have left me at a hospital. He's always stayed with me, him and my mom. My mom, my dad rotate. But even if they there, he stay. Oh, so I'm never left alone. So, yeah. And then, I mean, he ain't no sick. I'm very spoiled. So.
You are.
But he has never left my side. I'm talking about from, it was a time I couldn't walk. He would bathe me and everything. So he's been there from the jump. So I'm very grateful for that. Very grateful.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, LaJarvin, how difficult was it to watch your wife go through these difficult times, and how did you cope with the pressures?
It was very difficult. I just kept my head up and praying to God. Stayed on my knees, praying to Him and asking Him for strength and guidance through it all. And He helped me get through it.
That's
so
good.
it wasn't me. It was just Him, pushing me to just go ahead and do what I had to do.
Very good. Very good. Oh man, y'all touching me. Y'all touching my soul. All right. Now, what are some things that you guys learned about each other during this process?
I've learned that she's super strong.
Yeah.
I feel like she can handle anything.
Yeah.
When she gets sick, I always expect her to bounce back, from anything. I mean, I just look at her as just being super strong, like incredibly strong. I mean, that's one thing I learned, how strong she was. And, her love for her family. I learned that, she really loves her family. And, stuff like that.
What would you say? What would you say something that you've learned through this process?
Just how deep his love is for me. You know, I don't question it at all. I guess because the things we've been through, because I don't even ask him for anything, he just automatically do it. You know, that's a good feeling not having to ask. He just, this need to be done, let's do it. And, every time I have a doctor's appointment, I mean, him and my parents, they got their own relationship, so they make sure everything worked out. So, and then I love his relationship with my parents. My parents look at him as their son.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, cool.
yeah, I know. That's perfect to me. Like my mom calling him her son, or it's no son-in-law or nothing. So it's perfect to me.
That is so good. Now, what advice could you give married couples who feel it's difficult to go through hardships with their spouse and just kind of wants to throw the towel in?
I say it's tested, but
it's definitely tested.
It's tested,
and you gotta hang in there. Just keep fighting for what you want. If you really want it, you fight for it.
Yeah, nothing will get in the way if you really want it. So yeah,
keep fighting regardless.
Yeah. That's my aunt. We Bunny and Clyde, he said.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Now I know when you say I do to someone, you say I do to everything about them, especially their kids. How was that transition with blending your families together? How was that transition?
That's difficult. It's very difficult too as well. It's not easy blending families together when certain people not getting along with each other and stuff like that. But I mean, it's still difficult.
Yeah.
Not easy. And it's a process,
To me, I say you just keep in mind what's important, Try to keep in mind that the kids important, and, before you get married, you know what you signed up for. So you got to keep that in mind in prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Constant prayer.
Very good. Very good. All right, so now what do you guys do to keep the thrill and the excitement alive in your marriage?
You gotta keep it spicy, You gotta do stuff to entertain each other.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And try to take up the other person's hobby. Like she took up some of my hobbies. That keeps me interested in it. And
I'm a biker girl. It's all right.
I was just gonna tell her, I see you on that bike.
I shoot guns with him, and he had me in the woods and everything. So his hobbies became mine.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's like.
Okay. All right, we're almost done. Now, Sherlina, you have a book coming out. When can we expect the release so that we can purchase? And what will the book be about? And the name?
Okay, the name of it's called Mustard Seed.
Mustard Seed.
Yes. I'm finished with the book. By the virus going on, it's kind of setting stuff back because I wanted to promote it for a while.
Right.
So by all this going on, I had some events coming up. So it's like they're being canceled. So I keep pushing it back because I want to advertise it.
Right. Okay.
I had like radio interviews set up and stuff like that. And so I really can't say, I say the first of the year, but people ain't agreeing with me on that because, I want time to promote it. And
right.
I'm supposed to be on the Women's Health magazine soon. Okay. I just wanted time to really promote myself.
Right. Okay.
I really want to take my time with it because this book I've been writing for over 10 years.
Wow.
And it's about everything I went through. Everybody just thinks about my sickness. People gotta realize that, I would post everything I went through because I didn't want nobody else telling my story.
Right.
So that's why I would post and share so much.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I talk about everything I go through. If I were having hardship with in-laws or whatever, I talked about it. Like, I was battling with this, but also I talk about everything. I don't leave nothing out. Everything. Yeah. So
now, did you have an agent?
Huh?
Do you have a literary agent or just like a publisher?
I have a publisher.
Okay. That was for my asking right there. Okay. All right. Also, you have an organization called I Love My Kidneys.
Yeah, I like your shirt.
Could you tell us a little bit about that and the purpose behind you starting that organization?
Okay, when I first got sick, it hit me all at once. Like I said, it was like a month before my wedding, out of nowhere. I was very depressed. I went through a depression. I'm a type of person, I like for people to see me cry. I don't show my weak side. Like, my husband probably the only person that see my weak side. Like, my cousin, they don't see that side of me. And so I felt like it was nobody I could relate to. That's before I met Kyrie. I didn't know nobody else at my age was going through. I was the youngest person in my clinic. And so I made up my mind in the hospital, like, I want to start something for nobody else to go through this and feel the way I do, where I can help somebody. So I started out I Love My Kidneys. I signed my paperwork, met with a lawyer over the phone while I was in the hospital. I did all of that while I was in the hospital. Also, while Vanna was playing my wedding, I was doing I Love My Kidneys. I Love My Kidneys is about an organization where I educate you about kidney disease and kidney failure, where, we can also talk, and I make a donation every year that somebody's on a transplant list. Mm-hmm. So I also make a donation to help out with, traveling expense from going back and forth to the doctor or the clinic or to a transplant clinic. So, because it's a lot of young, especially African Americans. Yeah. When I was in dialysis, it seemed like we was getting somebody every week. And it was always like African American, and that bothered me so much. And so I also got a documentary coming out.
Okay.
Mr. Tony Jones in it. He's a Super Bowl champ. He battled with kidney disease and also got a kidney transplant. Because I felt like, you talk about it, people don't really take you serious. That's when I start showing what I go through. Like, maybe if they see what I go through, maybe it'll change people. Or, I never want nobody. Being on a dialysis machine is one of the most difficult things I have ever done in my life. Like, mentally, it took me somewhere else. Like, I couldn't take it. And so with the documentary, hearing Tony talk on it, it made me realize, like, I can't believe I'm going through this. It was just like an out-of-body experience. Like, now that I got a kidney and I look back, like, today my husband pulled in the dialysis clinic and I almost freaked out. Like, he pulled over to talk on the phone. I was like, oh, get me out the parking lot. Like, I can't do it. It's just I can't go in the parking lot.
Wow.
And I just don't want nobody else to feel what I went through. If I can help somebody, if I can save one person from dialysis, I feel like I did my job.
That's good.
My soul is in I Love My Kidneys.
That's good. So if we wanted to, like, reach out or make donations, what could we make those donations at or to?
You can hit me on my email, I love my kidneys, org@gmail.com.
Okay, so that's I Love My Kidneys with the S.
With the S.
.org. Okay. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. You guys have been absolutely wonderful. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to kind of
pleasure.
Thank you.
For it. It's been awesome. To my viewers and subscribers, hopefully this is beneficial to you as it was beneficial to me. If so, make sure you like, share, subscribe to this channel. And as always, be blessed, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank y'all. I love y'all.